Hi, everyone. Hello. Hey, welcome.
Hi everyone.
Tom Deckler. Tom Deckler.
Hi everyone.
Hi. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome. To get everyone situated. I think Skylar's in here already. Let me look. Hi, everyone. Looks like we've got a lot of Star Wars fans. We're at 53 kids already, or families, 53 families.
These are us. Hi.
Hi. Hey, Skylar.
Hi, everyone. Hi, guys.
Hi. We're just going to give it a few minutes so that, whoa, that's a cool BB-8 behind you. We're just going to give it a few minutes.
It's a secret. It's for our project.
Yes. While people are logging on so far. We'll try our best. So far, we've got 62 families. Some of the kids in the chat are saying that Star Wars movie, right, Skylar?
Oh, that is my favorite movie. If you guys know me, if you know me from camp, or if you've even taken my Star Wars class, you know that I'm obsessed with Star Wars. Hi, Carson. I see you said hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Carson.
We got some more highs. One of the kids wants to know, can we use paper instead of paper plates? Totally,
of course,
right?
Totally. Yeah, I'll explain how to use paper instead if that's all you have.
Perfect. Let's see. We got a bunch of kids just saying hi, everyone. This is so fun. I love seeing everybody every day. We're at 67 families and climbing. So let's give it like one more minute.
Okay.
And then we'll go over kind of the rules and all that jazz.
Awesome.
Skylar, what's your favorite thing about Star Wars? Like, why do you love it so much?
I don't know. I grew up watching it when I was a kid, and my grandfather actually worked on the Star Wars movies. And so I grew up with a playroom full of props. Like I had Wookiee bows, Ewok bows. I had a stormtrooper costume in my playroom. And so it was just, I was raised to love it.
That's cool. Yay. At 70 climbing. Okay, so before we start, raise your hand if you have done one of these art camp Zooms before. Raise your hand. Okay, awesome. Lots of returning friends. Great. Now, go ahead and put your hand down. Now, raise both hands if today is your first time joining us. Okay, we got a couple new friends. Well, welcome, those of you who are new. Welcome. I'm Ashley. I'm teaching today's class. My buddy Skylar is. She's my best friend. She's amazing. She knows much more about Star Wars than I do. I love the movies, but she knows her stuff. So here's kind of the rules of the way that this art camp Zoom works. So basically, I am going to have everybody be muted, which means we can't hear you. You can hear us, right? You can hear us, but we can't hear you. And that's just so because there's so many kids. Like we're already at 75 families. That if everybody was talking at once, you wouldn't be able to hear the directions that Skylar is telling you. Now, if you have a question, it's very simple. So to ask a question, you have 3 choices. The first choice is you can type it in the chat box. For most people, the chat box is at the bottom of your screen. I think if you're on a phone or a computer, it's on the bottom. If not, you just look for the it's like a little bubble, and that's how you can type to me. I'm typing in the chat box right now. Hi, everyone. And if you ask a question there, we'll answer it. The second thing you can do is you push the little smiley face that says reaction, and there's a little like yellow hand that you can raise your little hand, and then we'll see that you are waiting to ask a question. The third thing you can do is you can raise your actual hand because it's on video, but sometimes that takes a little while because I'm looking at all the kids, and I might not get to you as quickly as if you typed it or raised the yellow hand. So Skylar, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. So just give me 1 second.
All right.
Continue. And then we're going to unmute Skylar. Hold on. Unmute. Skylar, say what's up.
What's up, guys?
We can hear you. Perfect.
Okay.
And then the materials that you guys needed for today, I'm going to type them in the chat box too. You need paper plates. If you don't have paper plates, you can just get white paper. You need scissors.
And ideally, you need 2 paper plates. 2 paper plates, and make sure that they have white on either the front or the back. This is my front. See, it looks like an orange, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to use the back, and it's white. If you don't have that, use paper.
Okay, or white paper. You need scissors, you need tape or glue, right? And then markers or crayons.
Mm-hmm.
Do they need a pencil?
Yes, a pencil just for tracing.
Perfect. Okay, are we ready to go? If you are ready to go and you have those materials, give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Let's take a look. Awesome, awesome. I think we're all ready. Oh, I got a thumbs down. So
Oh, okay. So let's wait a second
collecting.
until we get the thumbs up.
A second. Yeah. Oh, the other thing is, if you are on your computer or iPad, you can switch your view to speaker view, and you'll see me really big instead of in a tiny box. And then when Skylar's doing her directions, you'll see her nice and big. So you want to push speaker view instead of gallery view. Okay.
All right. Are we ready to
Okay,
get
let's
started?
get going.
Give me thumbs up if we're ready to get started. Ash, make sure everyone has materials and everything. If you need a second, go grab it really, really quick and then come back and then we'll get started.
I'm looking.
Okay.
There's so many of them. This is so exciting. I look forward to this every single day. I love seeing all these friends and all these faces. Oh yeah, we're ready. We're ready.
Awesome. Okay. So right here, I have an example. I'm going to tilt you guys down a little bit more. I have an example. So if you fall behind or if you want to go ahead, that's okay. But this is basically the base of what we're going to be making. But we're going to be putting it on a paper plate to make it a real kind of interactive, bubbly BB-8, which is so cool. So I have my 2 paper plates right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with 1 paper plate. So I'm going to go like this. Hang on. I'm going to tape mine to the little wardrobe so I can show you guys what I'm doing. Okay. So we've got our paper plates, and I'm going to do this in marker. But if you guys have a pencil or anything that can do lightly, I would say do that first and then go over it in marker. Because you can erase pencil and you can make it be not as noticeable, but it's kind of more hard to do it if you're going to do it in marker. But I'm going to zoom you guys in. And what I'm going to do is my first step is I'm going to circle the very inside of my plate, just like that. So there's kind of a guideline already there. So I just kind of followed the indentation, or you can eyeball it, just make a circle, okay? Then after that, we're gonna move on to our next step. So once you have your circle, you see how he's got kind of a little, it's like a half circle. His head right here, there's a little underlying part, but it's not all the way flat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find a kind of a little bit towards the bottom, but also in the middle. So like 3/4 down, and we're gonna make almost like a happy face, like a smile. You just put a smile from one side of the circle to the other side of the circle. Did everyone do that? Should we say scissors in the instructions as well?
I did say scissors.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't remember hearing that.
Okay.
Okay.
But we'll give them a minute if they need to collect things, like kind of as we go.
So
I'm sure they have scissors in their house.
Okay. So when we have our half circle little smiley face thing, give me thumbs up in the camera, and so we know that we're ready to move on to our next step. Do we see thumbs? I see some people are still working, so let's give them a minute.
We're still working. Yeah.
Okay, maybe if you're ready.
Skyler, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do they need to tape theirs up on the wall like you, or could they have it flat on a table?
No, they can have it flat on the table. It makes it kind of more hard to tape it up on the wall. I'm just doing this so you guys can see, but then at the very end, we can hold ours up all together and we can all show each other our BB-8s. It'd be really cool. But yeah, don't tape yours up. It just makes it harder. Okay. Give me thumbs up now if we're ready to move on to the next step. I see lots of heads that were down or back up. Okay, awesome. So our next step is, are we still waiting, Ash?
No, we're ready. We're good.
So our next step is I'm gonna untape mine just because we're done with that. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take my scissors, don't start cutting yet, wait for the instructions. We're gonna cut along the bottom of this smiley face line, not this one, but this one right here. And we're gonna cut that off. So we're gonna follow the line just like I'm doing. Using my kid scissors, just like you should be. And I cut along that bottom line. So now it's kind of in half. There's kind of like another smiley face down here, huh? Okay, did everyone do that step?
I think they're probably doing it now. I get it. Are you making the head part?
Uh-huh. So what we're doing right now is we're cutting out the head. And then at the very end, we're gonna tape it all back together and we're gonna make a BB-8 out of the 2 paper plates that we had.
So the bottom smiley part, did you just put that to the side?
I just put it to the side. You can use it for something later if you want to like run around your house with a smiley face on, maybe scare your parents. But this is what we're going to use for our BB-8 right here.
Perfect.
So hey, show it up in the camera when you're ready, just like I am, so we know. Oh, I see some people putting it on their smiley faces.
Perfect. Good job, guys.
Okay, so we have this ready. Okay. I see a couple people still cutting, so we'll hang on. How about everyone type in the chat, have you ever seen a Star Wars movie or TV show? If you're ready. If you're still cutting, cut. But if you want a question to answer, let's see. Oh, sort of.
Yes,
I see lots of yeses.
Yes.
They're my favorite, you guys. They're my favorite. Okay. Hold it up if you're ready. Hold it up if you're ready. I see some of you guys are like in the face and like, oh, make sure you're muted. Okay, we're gonna move on because I see lots of people are holding theirs up. So now all we have left is this top kind of like little rainbow line. And what we're gonna do is cut along that one now. And we're gonna cut it out and we're gonna just be left with our BB-8 head shape, okay? So look, I'm cutting just along the line. And then we're gonna be left with this little rainbow. And that can now be set aside. If you're ready for that to be put away, you can put it aside just with your other smiley face. And then hold up just your little piece so I can see it. Yes. Awesome.
Now let's do the fork in the jar.
Make sure you're muted. Me and Ashley are the only ones who should not be muted, so you can hear us. Okay? All right, hold up your piece. I see lots of people still cutting. Lots of fun. Yeah? Okay.
Here, Skyler, I got some music for you. Let's see if this works.
Raise your hand if you've ever taken one of my Star Wars classes. I feel like I see a couple of you in here that might have taken it. Maybe? If you have, you know that when you walk into my room, I play these songs while we're doing it. So it's only right for us to be listening to them now, right? Okay.
Skyler, we have a question. What should we cut if we're using paper instead of the plate? So you just need to cut out that sort of shape, right?
Yeah, so just cut out the same kind of shape. It's the exact same thing. You're gonna draw the same shape onto your paper and you're gonna cut out the same shape. It's just not gonna be as almost thick as this is gonna be.
So it's like a rainbow on the top and then a smile on the bottom is what they're
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so if we put it back together, it would look like this, like that. But so this is the piece that we're using. So we can put these away. And if it's just a piece of paper, then just make a circle and cut out the rest of your paper. And that's what you'll be left with. Okay, hold up your shape if you're ready to move on. I see lots of shapes. I see lots of shapes. Okay, I think we're ready. All right, so next we're gonna move on and we're gonna take our second paper plate, all right? And I'm gonna tape mine up really quick. You don't have to tape yours. I'm just doing this so you guys can see. Okay. So we're gonna start drawing on our BB-8. Oh, a little bit crooked. Okay, so you guys, I would say use pencil first and then go over it and use marker or colored pencils or whatever you're gonna use, crayons. I would say use pencil first so you have a guideline. In case you mess up, you can erase it. If you don't have pencil, that's okay. You should though. So I'm gonna use pen though. So don't do what I'm doing and use pen. I'm just doing so you guys can see it better through the TV or through the computer monitor. And so what we're gonna start with, this is gonna be our BB-8 body. So this circle is bigger than this circle. Do you see how it's gonna go together? And that's kind of like his head, and this is like his body. Yeah, I see it, what you guys are making, awesome. So this is gonna be our base shape, and we're gonna start drawing on our BB-8 now. Okay, so I'm gonna start, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna make all these kind of orange circle bases. You see those? They're kind of smaller circles. And so where we're gonna start is in the very middle is I'm gonna make a circle. I'm not gonna follow the indent of the paper plate. I'm gonna make a smaller one. Just like that. So can everyone see that? I made a small circle in the middle of my paper plate. And if you're using paper, you can do what I did and draw it on just like this and then cut it out at the end, or you can cut out a circle in the beginning. Just make sure it's bigger than your head.
Totally makes sense. This is so cool.
I love this. I love BB-8.
He's so cute. He's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Okay, once you've got your circle done, raise your hand. Let me see hands if we've got our circle. Okay, I see some people still drawing. How about type yes or no in chat if BB-8 is your favorite robot or droid?
Definitely yes for me.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like in the new series I like BB-8 the best, but I like R2-D2. I feel like of my all-time favorite.
I get that.
Oh, I see lots of, we love BB-8 in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on now. If you're not ready, then you can follow along with what I'm doing here, or you can see the big example right here, the main one. And I'm gonna make little half circles all around the edge of my plate. So right here, you see how I did kind of like a half circle towards the edge. I'm gonna do that same thing, but on my paper plate. So it would be like I was drawing a circle, but just off the side of the plate. But I didn't draw on my little wardrobe because that wouldn't be very nice. So don't draw on your tables or whatever you're using. But you see, I just made a half little circle, kind of almost like a moon or like a smiley face, kind of like we did earlier with our mouth thing that we made for the head. And then so the next spot, I'm gonna do the same thing. And see how I did it? I made some a little tiny, like this one right here is kind of tiny. This one right here is kind of big, and this one's kind of medium. So this one I did medium. This one I'm gonna do a little bit bigger. I'm doing on this side over here now. So the first one I did was in the top left. Would that be your guys' left? I think so. Left, yep. And I'm gonna do one now in the top right. Is that right, Ash? Okay.
Yep.
Just like that. And I made that one a little bit bigger than my other one. And then I'm gonna do a small one just on the bottom. Because you know, BB-8, he has a bunch of these type of circles, but you can't see them all at the same time. So we're just gonna give a little bit of a different perspective to whoever's looking at our BB-8 to make him look more realistic. And then I did a tiny one on the bottom, just like that. Can everyone see?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Awesome. Okay, hold it up when you're ready. Great. Did we get all of our circles on there? Okay, I see a couple people still working, but these look amazing. So cool. Okay, now our next step, once we move on, is going to be connecting all of our circles together, kind of like connect the dots, but we're going to connect our circles. And so as you see, I did a line connecting one to the other, one to the other, and one to the other. And next to it, BB-8 kind of has these dots. It's almost like a little like bolt or a screw that's keeping him together. And he does that next to his line, just like that. So I'm going to do that on my paper plate right now. I'm going to connect it and do a dot, just like that. And I'm going to do that for every single one of the circles that I have. Be careful, don't draw over your circles because we're going to put something else in there later. I'm going to connect the dot, and I'm going to make a dot, and connect the dot, and then make a dot, just like that. Awesome. And then when you guys have this as your base, you can go in, if you're ready, and move on and cover it with your marker. So go over it like we said we were going to in the end. This is a good step while everyone's still finishing our lines, is you can go over it with your marker or your crayon or your pencil or your colored pencils, whatever you have, go over it and darken it. Make sure it's black because those are what his little lines are. And then hold it up whenever you're ready to move on. Awesome.
Skylar, do you know any fun facts about Star Wars that we should know?
Oh, fun facts.
I don't know. Or like a joke. Should I Google some?
Yeah, maybe Google some Star Wars jokes.
Okay. On it.
Let's see. If you have a fun fact or a Star Wars joke, type it in the chat. If you're done, focus on your drawing first. And then if you finish early, then you can catch up and wait for people to catch up and type in the chat. Maybe if you're ready and you're ready to move on, type in your favorite movie, your favorite Star Wars movie. Mine is Revenge of the Sith. That's my all-time favorite. It always will be. Yes.
Oh, I got one, but it's the same joke that someone just typed in the chat. That's so funny. It's what kind of a car does a Jedi drive?
What kind of car?
A toy Yoda. Get it? Toyota, a Yoda. Get it?
Oh, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. That's a good one. Does anyone have a favorite Star Wars movie or a TV show? Because I know there's like the Clone Wars and stuff. And...
Mandalorian.
Oh, make sure you're muted. You guys, I got to be honest with something. I really didn't like The Mandalorian.
What?
I did not like The Mandalorian. There were so many inaccuracies and it did not follow the storyline correctly, and just watching it made me really angry.
Oh man.
It's a very unpopular opinion, but yep. The Rise of Skywalker, that movie was amazing. I cried through the entire thing.
Yeah, it was really good. I really liked that one too.
Return of the Jedi. Oop, that's a classic. That's amazing. Oh wait, I think I see a joke. What happens when you cross an elephant with Darth Vader?
What?
An elevator. That was really good. Okay, are we ready to move on to our next step? Yeah? Okay, so let's take our pencils back in our hands. If you ended up using your markers, now it's time to grab your pencil again. And we're gonna start just making the little details inside of his little circles that he has on his body. And so it's gonna be, we're gonna make 3 little lines, or 4, sorry. 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, 1 on the side, and 1 on the other side. And the one on the sides are like going vertical, up and down, just like that, like hot dog. And then the other ones are going horizontal, side to side, like hamburger style. And so what we're gonna do then is connect them in the middle, kind of with like a V. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a little V and connect them just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. It's a weird shape. So I'm gonna connect my other ones with a V, just like that. And it's kind of like we're making a plus sign, but almost in like like, what's it called? Like bubble letters, kind of. Just like that. And then what I'm gonna do, once I have my bubble letter plus sign thing that's inside of his orange little ball shapes, is I'm gonna put a circle right in the middle. Just like that. That's a little tricky one. That one's kind of tricky. It's a weird shape. And then I'm also gonna add, just like over here, is just 3 little lines, 1, 2, 3, on the bottom of my little plush sign bubble letter thing. And then when you're ready, hold up your paper so I know that we can move on, because that one's kind of a tricky shape. Awesome, amazing. I see lots of them. They're looking so good. Amazing. Okay. There's some of you that are like in, like you put yourself in like a place that are like you're on the beach. Oh my gosh, someone's in Jakku. Well, I see you. Whoever's in Jakku, I see you. It's like disappearing into your background a little bit, but I can tell that you're holding it up. But that's so cool. Ashley, someone's in Jakku.
It's so funny. They're so cool. I love the virtual backgrounds. They're so funny.
It's so cute. Okay, hold it up one more time. Let's just make sure that we're ready to move on. Hold it up a little bit. Okay, if you're not ready, again, you can look at right here. It's gonna be the same, or you can look at here. Again, it's gonna be the same. And I'm gonna move on to just putting a little bit of detail inside my other circles. These I did kind of randomly. I didn't really matter because you can't really tell. The main one is the middle one right here. So I just made like some triangles. Whoop. Some little triangles like that in that one. That's what I did over on the other side. Is I did 2 little triangles pointing towards the middle. And then over here, I did like a square, just like that. So it kind of looks like it's a part of what the middle thing could be if it was cut off. And then on the bottom, I just did a second little circle line, just like that. So it kind of made it like a rainbow with 2 lines.
Looks awesome.
And then if you're ready, again, hold it up. And also, this is another great place to go over your pencil marks in whatever you are using, marker, colored pencil, crayon, anything that you have in your house. Go over it in black so you can darken it, make sure you see it, make sure you know what it is. And then we'll get ready to move on after that. Oh, I see. Jackson, you went on the new Disneyland ride at Star Wars, the one where you go in the Millennium Falcon and you, don't you have to like battle or something? That's pretty cool. Has anyone else been to the new Star Wars land since it's opened? Especially not recently because you can't go now, but like before that, did anyone go to the new Star Wars land? Type in yes. Oh, I see a couple yeses. No, I didn't go either. I didn't go and I want to go really, really bad. I'm very excited to eventually go. Yeah. I see how enthusiastic you are, Jackson.
Skyler, I got another question. I mean, another joke for you.
Okay, what's the joke? I'm ready.
Why did Anakin Skywalker cross the road?
Why did Anakin Skywalker cross the road?
To get to the dark side.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, okay. Hold it up if you're ready, and then we'll move on. If you're not, that's okay. We have lots of time. Amazing, amazing. I see so many being held up, so let's move on. So now we're going to take out an orange. I have an orange Sharpie, but you can use markers or colored pencils or whatever color that you have that is orange in your house, or you can make it a different color. Maybe your BB, it's going to be blue and it's going to be different. But what we're going to do is we're going to color in outside the circle, or inside the circle, but outside the plus sign that we made. So you see how I did it right here is we're going to color in everything outside this. Like that. Everything outside that, but inside the circle. So just like that. Coloring, coloring, coloring. And this is where we're gonna make it orange, and this is where we're gonna make it the color. The classic BB-8 orange. And we're gonna color, color, color. Awesome. And then you're gonna do the same thing with your ones on the outside. So your 3 that we made in the corners and the bottom. You're gonna do the same thing, just color inside the circle that we made. If you have a plate, the kind of little edges are a little weird, but don't worry, you can get your marker in there. It just might take a little bit more time. But then outside, the random shapes that we made, like the squares, the triangles, the little half circles, and just color, color, color. Color, color, color. Awesome, I see lots of coloring happening. Amazing. Then we're gonna go back in, and the other sides, we're gonna do color, color, color. Orange. Mine's not perfect. This one's colored better, so use this one as the example for the coloring because I'm in an awkward angle. Okay.
No problem. And if you don't have an orange like marker, you could use like an orange crayon or an orange
totally. Whatever color that you have is orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you'll see in a minute, I didn't have one of the colors and I made a little bit of a variation. So you can do whatever. You can be creative, especially in art.
Do you need to color the bottom little circle?
Oh, I need to color it. Yes, I do. Everyone color all of your circles. Color, color, color. Okay. And then that's good for right there. So hold it up once you have all of your orange done. Okay. Oh, it looks so good. So good.
Oh, one of the kids has an actual BB-8 little doll that he's holding up, a little miniature. That's funny.
So cool. So you don't even need to use my example. You have the real thing right there. You get the designs perfect and everything.
These look great. You guys are doing great. Good job.
So cool.
I looked at the picture, actually.
Oh, that was smart of you.
Okay.
Very cool. That's a good idea.
That is a really good idea. Do we have any more Star Wars trivia questions that we can ask? Maybe type in, who's your favorite character, if you're ready to move on, that's not a droid? Mine is Anakin Skywalker. But in the new ones, I really liked Rey. I really liked Rey as well.
Yep, that's what I said.
Or Princess Leia. Honestly, I like all of them. Leia. Anakin and Han Solo. Han Solo is a good one. And Chewie. Darth Vader.
Ooh.
Darth Vader's, I feel like, my favorite Sith Lord. If we're going like full-on Sith. But I liked Anakin Skywalker as a boy. Padme. I love Padme too. Yoda. Yoda's a good one. Kylo Ren. Wow, I've never heard of Kylo Ren. That's cool. Kylo Ren being your favorite? I really like Kylo Ren in the new movie. I didn't like him so much in the first movie that he was in, The Force Awakens, or yeah. But I liked him in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, me too. I agree. I agree.
I feel like he really came into character in the last one. He really had lots of depth, but in the first one, he was just like an angry little baby.
Okay, I got some trivia.
Okay, awesome.
Skyler, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's see if you know the answer to some of these.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick a tough one. Okay. Let's see. What Ewok medicine man proceeded over the attempt to make a roast of Han Solo in Return of the Jedi? Good luck.
I have no idea. Ewok medicine man.
Logray, Logray. Do you know who that is? Does anyone know who that is? Maybe that was too hard. Let me find an easier one.
Does anyone remember that scene though? Has anyone seen that part of the movie where they're trying to cook Han Solo, but C-3PO pretends to be magical and Luke uses the Force?
Who is Luke and Leia's mother?
Oh, Padme Amidala.
Correctamundo.
Queen of Naboo. Senator.
Bernie Sanders.
Okay, let's keep going. What's the next
Jimi
step?
Hendrix.
Okay, all right, next step. Are we all done coloring? Yes?
Please-
Okay. So
please
then we're
stop
gonna do a little
unmuting
bit more
yourselves.
coloring. And I'm gonna get, I didn't have any gray markers or anything in my house, so I have a colored pencil, and this is gray. So this is what I used in this, and this is what I'm gonna use on this. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna color in those little plus signs gray. So whatever color you need, color, 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 and make it gray. And then in the little edges too, just like that. Awesome. And then if you have markers, I bet this will be a lot easier, or crayons, than me using a pencil. But if you don't have a gray, you know what? You can use a pencil just like I did. So I'm going to leave this, and I'm going to move it a little bit. I'm going to put it right here. Can everyone still see that? We can still see. And then I'm going to actually hang up my little head, because this is what we're going to work on next. So I'm going to tape that up while you guys are coloring. So keep working, keep coloring. And I'm going to hang up my little headpiece. And then if you're ready to move on and you colored all your gray little pieces, grab your headpiece and we'll start working on that in a minute. So I'm going to hang it up and put it right there. Do we have any more trivia, Ashley? One more question while we're waiting?
Yeah, but they're hard. Okay. Maybe you know this one. I don't know. Where does Yoda live?
What is it?
Behind.
I know this. It's really making me angry that I don't know it.
Please,
No.
Lorenzo, please stop unmuting yourself. You can type it instead. Thank
It costs
you.
120.
They're answering it right in the
Close my
chat.
door. Hang on.
Dagobah.
You guys are right.
Did we get the answer right?
Yeah, they're answering it in the chat box.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so annoying. It's like when you have something on the tip of your tongue and you know it. You knew it was Dagobah. Oh, okay. All right. Are we done coloring? Are we ready to move on? And then we'll do some more trivia while we do our next coloring bit. Okay. So get back out your colored pen or your pencil so that we can do just our guidelines again. And I'm going to use my Sharpie just again so you guys can see. You don't need to hang this on your wall. Just do it on your table. And we're going to start with our head piece. So I have my little guy that we cut out earlier. So grab your little head piece. Not the smiley, not this rainbow thing, your head piece. And then we're going to start drawing. And what I'm going to do, the first thing is I'm going to go right in kind of the middle area. And I'm going to make a circle. Just like that. Kind of a little bit bigger than maybe like a quarter would be. A little bit bigger than that. Maybe like, it's like an inch and then an inch. And then we're going to color that in black. But if you're not using your marker yet, just hold on to this step. But I have my marker right here. So we just made that circle and we're going to color it in later or now if you have time now. And then our next step is going to be to make some kind of upside down, kind of folded rainbows almost. Let's see, I'll show you. On top of the head. So we're going to make one little upside down rainbow. Don't make it too curved. Upside down rainbow like that. And then we're going to make another one. Kind of thick, just like that. And that's going to be that little gray line right there on top of his head. Awesome. And then, if we're ready to move on, if not, you can look back at the picture because it's going to be hanging right here. We're going to do one halfway line, just like that, almost to the eyeball, but don't touch the actual eyeball in the middle, like halfway. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we have one line that is kind of short underneath right here, a second one connecting to each side, and then another one right here, just going halfway in, just like that. All right, and then when you're ready, hold it up, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, awesome.
These look so good.
These look so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I love this.
Mm-hmm.
This would be such a little fun thing to like hang on your wall, put on your door, you know, just have a cute little decoration. Or you could play with it. Be like, you know, do BB-8 talking. Okay, hold it up really quick if you're ready to move on. I see a few people still working. Okay, I see a lot holding up. Let's just move on. So if you're not ready yet, just look at what we're doing. Just try to follow along as best you can. The picture here and the picture. I'm going to make one more line going halfway in underneath that other one, and then I'm going to connect them just like that. So I made almost like a pointed in rectangle right here, not touching the eyeball, but 2 lines. And I'm going to do another one out, connecting in just like that. And that's going to be his orange line that we're going to color in later. And then the next step is he has his main eyeball, and then he's got this secondary little guy. So we're going to make that. So down to the right, if you don't know what you're right, it's like this side over here. We're going to make a littler circle just like that. And then we're going to color it in. If you don't have markers right now, color it in later. We're going to color that in black with our littler circle. So this one, I made it maybe like even tinier than a dime. You know what a dime looks like, even smaller than that. So this one was like a really big quarter, even bigger than a quarter, and this one is tinier than a dime. And then what I'm gonna do with the tiny circle is I'm gonna outline it. Just like that, an outline. Because that's what BB-8 has on his face. And then hold it up when you're ready to move on. Awesome. Great. Looking so good, you guys. Ashley, do we have any more trivia?
I do.
Okay.
Okay. And if you know, I'll give you, Skyler, like 5 seconds to think about it. And if you children know the answer first, type it in the chat, but she won't look. Let's just see how many people know the answer. Okay. How many members are in the Jedi Council? Wait, think.
There's a lot. There's like 15 or 20.
Pick a
There's
guess.
a lot. They add new members. I'm not sure. I'm going to say 15.
Okay, let me see. Hold on. People are guessing. 8, 50, infinity, 7, 17. According to 12.
12.
12.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll keep looking.
Okay. All right. If we're ready to move on, let's go to our final little steps here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make these little rectangles on the bottom. So I'll show you starting from the left side is we're going to make kind of and follow along with the bottom line. It should curve to the way that the bottom of the head curves, if that makes sense. So we're going to make one line and we're going to make a pretty long rectangle. Just like that. And you see how my lines kind of follow the bottom? They all curve almost together. So we're going to make a long rectangle, and then we're going to make another one, but this rectangle is going to be up and down. And it's going to be like a short up and down rectangle, just like that. Up and down like this way, and then it's short and tiny. Just like that. And then next to my tiny rectangle, I'm going to make a little circle. Maybe one of his buttons or something, maybe something funny comes out of it, you know. And then after my tiny circle, right under my about dime size circle that has the circle around it, I'm gonna put a tiny, tiny little square. Just like that, a tiny, tiny little square. Okay. And then if you're falling behind, just look at the picture and you'll see what's happening and what you need to do. You can look at both of them. Okay. All right. And then the next one we're going to do is we're going to do a bigger square. Again, I'm still kind of following the line and the curve of the bottom. And I did a big square. So not so much like a rectangle, like these ones are long. This one's just kind of a square. And then I'm gonna do one more rectangle about the same size as the one that we did right here. Like an up and down, skinny, vertical rectangle. Just like that. Okay. And then, oh, I see them in the screen. They look great. If you're ready, hold it up. If you're not, take a minute, and then we're gonna move on. Oh, they look so good. Okay. Do we have one more trivia question while they catch up?
Sure.
Okay.
What?
Oh, I missed the question. Hang on,
Oh.
say it one more time.
What actress played the role of Princess Leia?
Carrie Fisher.
Good job.
Oh. I love Carrie Fisher. I loved her so much. I love that her daughter's in the new ones. I thought it was so beautiful. Okay. If you guys are ready to move on, we're going to move on and we're going to go back to our orange coloring marker. If you haven't already, go over your lines in a black marker or crayon or colored pencil or whatever you're using. Go over all these lines and color in the two circles that we made, the two biggest circles. Color those in black. Really quick, go over the lines. Or I see a couple of you are already doing it in marker, so that's fine. If you did that, I'm doing that as well. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my orange marker and we're going to color not the top little rainbow, not the top one, but the ones that the half ones, the two half ones that aren't touching the eye exactly, but are kind of almost meeting there. So I'm going to color those in just orange. Just like that, I'm going to color both of them orange. Awesome. And then all the little rectangles and squares and shapes that we made on the bottom, except for the circle, color in orange. So I'm going to do that right now. So I colored in these little little rectangles, kind of half rainbow things. And then I'm going to color in my bottom rectangles, not this little circle that I made right here, but my bottom rectangles and squares. Just like that. And then I'm going to put my orange away, 'cause no more orange. And then if you're ready to move on, hold up your little thing. Let's see all your orange little marks. And then we have just one more step of coloring. That's it. And then we're almost done. These look amazing. Wow. So good.
These look so good, you guys.
So good. Okay.
Finishing up.
Keep working. I need to grab my computer charger. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
No problem. Because some kids like to. This is so fun.
Okay, I'm back. I hear the music, so cool. Okay, sorry, I got your computer's at 5%, so I needed to plug it in, because that wouldn't be good.
They're asking us for more trivia. Okay.
Okay.
Who is C-3PO's best friend?
R2-D2.
Yeah, good job.
Well, sometimes he doesn't like him so much.
Yeah,
sometimes he's mad at him. It's the best. It's so funny.
Totally.
Okay. So I'm going to take mine down. Oh, wait, hang on. No, we have one more step. I forgot. Oh my gosh, I'm moving ahead of myself. Take your gray. Get your gray pencil, marker, whatever. I'm using just my regular pencil because it comes out gray. And we're going to color in that one little rainbow thing that we have left to color in. Just like that. Color, color, color. That should be super quick, especially if you have markers or crayons. And then I'm going to take mine down really quick. If you need to see the gray, it's right there. I'm going to detape mine. And then if you're ready, grab your two pieces. Grab your head and grab your body and grab your tape or your glue or whatever you're going to use to stick these together. Okay? All right. I'm gonna grab a piece of tape. I'm gonna hang my tape right here. So what we're gonna do, when you're ready, when you're done coloring, it should have been really quick, and it was gone because I had to get my computer charger, is we're gonna connect the two pieces together. So you need to connect the head and the body. Try and connect them in a place where it's just white. Like you don't wanna go like here, because you're gonna cover up that work that you did on the little orange part, like that. So put it in a place where there is white. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna flip it around, turn it around, make sure it's in the right place. And if you're gluing it, glue from the side that's on right here. So put some glue right here and then stick the head on. If you're taping it like me, all you need to do is take your tape and put the piece on together, just like that. So I taped the front to the back, just like that. Mine is an orange plate, but in the front, look, it looks like BB-8. Hold yours up if you're done taping and done coloring, you're finished with everything. So our BB-8s can all be friends. They look so good. And then if you have at your house, like pipe cleaners or anything like maybe a popsicle stick, you can tape on a little antenna for him to have, because, you know, he's very classic for having his antenna and bending his antenna. But ta-da! So cute.
These look amazing.
They look so good. I see a couple people are still working, so do your finishing touches.
Let's give them a minute. Okay, I have 2 more trivia questions for you. Thank you, Elizabeth at the Valley Village Art Camp, who is also a Star Wars fan, and she has been texting me trivia questions. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Who are the children being trained as Jedi? What are they called?
The Padawan. No?
No. It says the younglings.
Oh, the younglings. Well, technically, there's 2. Their Padawan is like an apprentice.
You know more than me, and I'm asking the question. Okay, who builds C-3PO?
Anakin Skywalker.
Ding, 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 ding.
Back
Good
when he was
job.
still on Tatooine, and then remember he left him there, and then he had to go back and go get him later in the next movie when he tried to go save his mom.
Yeah, I totally remember that.
Oh, my head tilted. Hold up your
Let's take
BB-8.
some pictures. Okay, if you have your BB-8 ready, hold it up.
Oh,
Skyler,
is someone holding up their
I
BB-8
love your
toy?
BB-8. These look so good.
It's so good. I'm gonna slide through and see them all. Wow.
May the force be with you.
Oh, and I see some people have their smiles on. Did you tape it on? Oh, that's so funny.
Skyler, this was awesome. Thank you so much for this great craft. This was so fun. May the force be with you.
Yes, may the force be with all of you. This was amazing.
If you're done with your project, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about what's coming up with future Art Camp Zooms. So tomorrow we have a really cool one. It's Reptacular Animals. They're this really awesome company, and they're going to show you guys all kinds of cool animals and like do facts and questions. And you could totally join in, and you don't need any materials. It's just like an animal show. And then I will be emailing to all of your parents the lineup for next week, because we're so excited to present another. You're not currently on the email list. If you haven't gotten emails from me, I'm going to type my email in the chat box. It's my name. It's ashleyfalseness@gmail.com. And you can have your parents' email. Everyone, be with you, and thank you, and I love Star Wars, and whatever. Sound good? Here we go. Unmuting.
You're going to unmute.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look at this.
What's your project? Whoa, that's a legit BB-8.
Oh, what is
Bacon.
that?
BB-8.
Awesome.
Go now.
Watch.
Bye,
BB-8.
guys.
Go.
Very cool, Lorenzo.
Really? Every Friday, my brother